Life can change in an instant. For many wheelchair users, the struggle to push forward is a daily challenge.
After years of development and countless prototypes, we created Rib Grips, the revolutionary wheelchair hand rim covers with built-in ribs for ultimate grip and comfort.
No more slick surfaces, no more heat burns, just pure, reliable grip. Rib Grips, empowering you to push forward with ease. Rib Grips, get a grip on your freedom. Discover the difference. Visit ribgrips.com and use promo code GRIP today. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
I tried to fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas. The trailer park is nice and dark, deep in the heart of Texas. Cat drinks his brew and he spits his chew, deep in the heart of Texas. The TV blares, but no one cares, deep in the heart of Texas. Here we go!
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to
Bwah.
King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rusty.
Rusty, it's Friday once again. It's a That Ain't Right Friday episode.
Yep, that ain't right.
So on Fridays, a lot of the time we'll cover other stuff, articles, things like that.
Things that potentially aren't right.
This is one that was written by a guy named Robert Vaux,
Okay.
V-A-U-X,
right.
on June 18th, 2024, so not too long ago. And it's entitled Fox King of the Hill had two different endings, but only one made sense. And we've talked about this a little bit before.
Yeah.
But this kind of goes into detail about it. It says King of the Hill had two different endings, with season 13, episode 20 intended as the finale, created by Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
Yeah.
Despite season 13, episode 24 officially ending the series, most fans prefer the original finale to Sirloin with Love. I can say I do as well, because it just felt like an ending, I mean, it felt like what it should be.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
It says the confusion surrounding the two endings highlights the importance of satisfying and cohesive conclusions for a beloved series like King of the Hill. King of the Hill quietly wrapped up a successful run in 2009 after 13 seasons on the air.
Mm-hmm.
It left a strong cult following, which we know about.
Which we are.
That led to Hulu announcing a revival in 2023. So we're getting pretty close to that, by the way. Creators Mike Judge.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
Danger close.
Creators Mike Judge and Greg Daniels returning to oversee the new episodes. We know all this. But some fans are still confused about how the series originally ended. Thanks to Fox making changes in the production order, and we've seen that every damn episode we do.
Yeah, the production order is all over the place. Yeah.
That resulted in the last two episodes. The two different ends to this series have left fans to decide what they view as the current ending. So, season 13, episode 20, To Sirloin with Love, was intended to serve as the show's finale. Yet 4 other episodes followed it in syndication. So the animated series officially ended with season 13, episode 24, Just Another Manic Conde, which, not my favorite episode.
No, I don't really like that episode that much either.
It says, while that was the last episode to air, the former was the ending that Judge and Daniels planned for Hank Hill and his neighbors on Rainey Street. Of course, most fans are set on the original ending due to the structure and plot of episode 24. King of the Hill will never be forgotten. It's an absolute classic that many fans hold deep in their hearts. With silly characters and painful snowfalls in Texas, this deserves to be as iconic as it is. Okay, so it says King of the Hill's finale was obscured by syndication. A show shouldn't have 2 finales. So King of the Hill's final season had problems that had nothing to do with the show itself. It's set in a reasonably reliable time slot within Fox's Sunday night lineup immediately following the network's NFL coverage. That should allow people to come in and see it in droves.
Yeah, easy. Yeah,
Following a
definitely.
football game like that. Says that gave the show a reliable ratings boost, but often also caused it to be preempted when football games ran long. I used to hate that because I recorded everything. And so what it would do is it would record the end of the football game because they would push it, and I would only get like 20 minutes of the episode or something, and that sucks. It says the majority of season 10 consisted of season 9 episodes that had been bumped by extended NFL coverage. While devoted Cowboys fans of Hank Hill would probably approve, by season 13, the compromises had reached a new level. The season consisted of 24 episodes, but 4 of them premiered in syndication on Adult Swim, home of canceled Fox shows. That's where the confusion comes in.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of them on there.
That's right. To Sirloin with Love completed the show's run on Fox in September 2009 and was produced as the official ending. The additional 4 episodes appeared in May 2010 on Adult Swim. In King of the Hill's streaming run on Hulu, the show is presented in that same order, so Conde looks like the series finale. It leaves room to wonder if those episodes were really meant to be somewhere else in the show, but due to time slots, the network decided to cut them in 2009. Just Another Manic Conde isn't the ending fans wanted. It takes away from the already great end the show could have had. I totally agree with that. The whole scene of Hank putting his arm around Bobby and all that kind of stuff and teaching him to grill and all,
That's a good episode.
That was
for
the
that
ending
part.
you
That was
should
the ending
have.
you should have.
Yeah.
I feel like like we already know from doing this show
Mhm.
and being fans of the show. That very last episode on season 13 for like the last episode or whatever, it just didn't. I don't know. It felt super rushed. It seemed like they were just trying to tie up loose ends at the very end of it. Like they're trying to, they had to hurry up and, give the out on Boomhauer
Very
about
much so.
who he was and stuff like that. So,
Well, and that's the next part of this article. It says King of the Hill revealed Boomhauer's profession in its final episode, but it was a major letdown for fans of the long-running Fox series.
yeah, because nobody expected him to be
No.
a cop. That's the last thing I think anybody expected out of Boomhauer.
It did feel rushed.
Yeah, it felt rushed. The very, like I said, the very last of that show
that's-
felt super, super rushed.
That's honestly why I'm kind of looking forward to the new thing because if I know anything about Mike Judge and his crew, they'll weave it all into something here.
Yeah, it makes me
And-
wonder if we get a like a cop, like a retirement ceremony or something
maybe.
for him because he'd be
Maybe
at that
he's-
age.
Maybe he's disgraced.
Maybe he's disgraced. Maybe he's like, maybe he gets out of prison and he was actually
Ooh, that
like,
could
and
be-
maybe he was actually like
That could be a thing.
double agent for the cartel or something. I don't know.
It says Just Another Manic Conde has its charms, including a fun subplot in which a baffled Bobby discovers a comedy LP belonging to Hank, but the main story line edges into rougher territory and opens up a lot of questions that don't befit a finale. While
Yeah.
collaborating with Khan on an innovative new grill, Hank learns that his neighbor is bipolar. He starts out dismissive of his neighbor's mental health issue, quickly learning that it can't be fixed by a funny movie or tough love shouting. The episode ends with Hank expressing his concern for Khan's health, but it is still a problematic resolution where the gang exploits Khan's energetic phase to finish the grill project. It's a shame that Just Another Manic Conde is technically the final episode of the series for a beloved series fans rightfully wanted the kind of ending that ties all the loose knots. Not to mention, the episode didn't even feel like an ending. It felt like it belonged somewhere else in the series. At least if a show is coming to an end with only a decent finale, it should cement itself as a stopping point. The fans deserve a proper ending.
Yeah, it was a real. It just.
I just didn't like it. I don't like that episode.
Not for an ending.
It's okay. I mean, it's very heavy, honestly, and like they say, it is a little problematic. The guy's kind of exploiting it. If only the episodes reflected that Sirloin carries no baggage and shifts the focus to where it belongs, Hank and Bobby. The two bond over Bobby's newly revealed expertise in meat cuts, which puts him on the meat science team at the local community college. He struggles to meet sky-high expectations in the state competition before quitting. However, Bobby comes to the rescue when the team bus is hijacked by their rivals, winning the competition solo and cementing a shared love with his father. King of the Hill officially ends with the pair barbecuing, the whole neighborhood gathered to enjoy the feast. And that is, honestly, when you think about King of the Hill on the whole as a show, that is really what this thing is about. It's about Bobby and Hank.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else is just ancillary, including Peggy and Luann, anybody. Cotton, any of the characters. It's all about Hank and Bobby.
I think so,
honestly.
too.
It's a father and son kind of thing. Nothing stings more than a dissatisfying end. King of the Hill is the only show to suffer from this. It's important to note that one of the biggest issues here is how common it is for all types of shows to get rather unexciting finales. Not only is it a massive letdown, but it feels disrespectful in a way. So it mentions Game of Thrones here, which horrible ending. Nobody liked that ending, I don't think. It's the one that also you had an episode where there was a Starbucks cup in it. And so it's just saying that people should.
That was kind of rushed. Yeah,
Oh,
that was a rush.
Very rushed.
Very
Yeah,
rushed.
terrible.
That final
for something,
season.
For something that was such a huge show. It says creators should care just as much, if not more, that their fans and viewers about how they decide to wrap things up, which is truly bizarre about the case that is To Sirloin with Love. Could have easily been the final episode. It was the addition of the other 4 episodes that pushed To Sirloin with Love back. Given that it was the first official ending, it was weird that it wouldn't maintain that on streaming platforms. Any newer fan of the show won't have any idea and will only view just another Manic Con Day as a true end. That leads to confusion and split ideas about how the finale plays out. It messes with the structure of the ending completely. While King of the Hill is still one of the best cartoons on the air, it shouldn't have split endings. If the final 4 episodes released in 2010 were meant to be extras and not necessarily the ending, that should be clear. Without any clarification, of course, brand new content the next year will be painted as its true end. It just feels a little sloppy on the production side of things. In fact, it actually would be less weird if To Sirloin with Love was never even released as an ending. Then, even if fans were let down on the finale, there wouldn't be odd confusion there is today. On the bright side, if fans are content with picking their favorite ending, then at least there's an ending for them. So I would love for somebody. I'm assuming these 4 other episodes are just filler episodes, right? Or
Probably,
bottle episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
I would love for somebody to put those in the order for me. You know,
Oh, what order
so
they're
that-
supposed to go
so
in
you
for, like,
actually could watch stuff in
continuity?
the order it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Just like the Marvel films or anything else. You know, I want to be able to watch it in order so that I understand all of the stuff. You know,
Did you know that Marvel did an anime with X-Men? It's like a animated.
97?
No. It's like it's like it's its own story or whatever. But
well, it was
it's
X-Men
like,
97, and then they now they're putting out new episodes.
No, this is from some years back.
Oh.
Let me. I'm sitting here talking.
I have
about
no
it. I don't
idea
even
what
have
that
all
is.
It was called Marvel Anime. It was 2011 is when it was
Mhm.
came out, but it was done by Madhouse, and it was directed by some Japanese animators and stuff like that. But it was all like Japanese animation.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
weird.
good. It's got like Wolverine, and
Mhm.
it's after Jean Grey has been killed and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they're parts of it are in Japan and stuff like that. Parts of the story are actually in Japan because there's like this one area that Professor Xavier can't like read
Uh-huh.
in his mind, and it's like in this area in Japan it happens to be, and it's really good.
Suicide
I've been
Forest?
watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're about to get a rewriting of all things Marvel when this Deadpool comes out, because they said there are so many
Yeah.
cameos and so many, inside jokes and all that stuff that it's going to hopefully, for the last time, finalize the timeline. So, but I wish we had something like that with King of the Hill. All right, that is it for a Friday. Let me say
That is
this,
all.
please. On Mondays, you can get our episodes video on Spotify or on YouTube. The rest of the world gets it as a regular auditory podcast. If you can help us out, we would love for you to go over to Patreon and look for BWAA, BWAAA.
Would love it.
There's just one little $3 tier, and you could help us kind of keep the lights on. We would really appreciate that. You want to tell them where else they can find us?
You can find us at bwaaakoth.com, or you could go over to youtube.com/@bwaaakoth, and you can find us there.
All right. Well, that is it for a Friday. That was not right, and that ain't right. So we'll see you again next time.
A Weematanye.
Weematanye, Indy.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.